Well, so welcome to Egypt. And it's a second outing for South Africa at this CAF Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations, and a first outing for Tanzania in Group A. So South Africa against Tanzania, the Suez Canal Stadium in Ismailia. And the Amajita already had a painful experience against the hosts. Despite the possession, the chances, they lost out by a goal to nil. So, and Seka Raymond Mdaka's young Amajitas leaving the bus without their inspirational captain Aseko Tewani with a horrible looking injury. He is out, so more than just a group stage defeat to have to get over. 4 changes for the coach.
You want to think about it, rewind and think about the chances that you miss. It's another thing. The only thing is for us to look forward, to get the opportunities, get the chances, finish those chances, get a goal. You only win when you score goals. You might play good football, yes, but at the same time make sure that you get the results. Thank you so much.
Well, goals mean prizes for Tanzania. The initial feeling is of pride of returning to the Under-20 AFCON group stages after their debut in 2021. This their first outing. The question is, will South Africa catch them cold, or will the Ngorongoro boys be able to take advantage?
First of all, before commenting the game, I would like to thank God for having us today here. And when it comes to the game, I know the game will be tough.
So the coaches and the players are ready. It's soon to kick off. South Africa against Tanzania in Group A of the Under-20 AFCON.
For those who love it, those who support it, and those who play it, Orange is here. Orange, proud sponsor of African football.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.
Welcome back, and plenty of conversations between Amajita. Abrahams with plenty to say. He one of a number of players representing Stellenbosch. While Tanzania, in their resplendent blue, get their first taste of the tournament here at Egypt 2025. Well, as the CAF anthem rings out the Suez Canal Stadium, the two teams arrive. South Africa against Tanzania in this Group A, preparing to get into the matchup. Can Tanzania find more than they've shown in their only previous AFCON? Or will South Africa make what was the pain from match day 1 joy in their second outing? So first up, the national anthems of the two nations, South Africa and Tanzania. A rip-roaring rendition from both nations. Now the talking almost over. 4 changes for Sika Raymond Ndaka, losing his captain Aseko Tewani to a horrible injury. That means a shift for Sawiwe Nkwali to centre back, with Safiso Timba coming in at right back and Neo Rapu in the left flank. Gomolemo Kekana takes on the captain's armband, and there's first starts for Mogamat Abriams and Shakil April. Certainly big smiles, looking to get over the disappointment they felt in losing that opening match against Egypt. So Kekana looking across from Elias Lawi as Usman Ben Yahia prepares to take charge of this match. So Egypt top Group A, Zambia and Sierra Leone playing out a goalless draw. Tanzania and South Africa still pointless. We've got VAR as well, keeping a close eye on proceedings. The 5-team Group A, the top 2 will go to the quarterfinals. Third place will have a potential chance. Tanzania, though, have never won a match at an Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations, a draw and 2 defeats in their debut in 2021. They've never kept a clean sheet. They've never scored the opening goal. Ismail Mbank will expect to be busy in goal, but he has the experience of a full Tanzanian international. Elias Lawi marshalling the back 3. Shekan Kamis, plenty of experience, and scored the winning goal against Kenya to win their qualifying Sekafa. So South Africa get us underway in their second outing of this Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. Well, it's a first outing for Tanzania. So the Ngorongoro boys, their first taste, the last of Group A to get into action. Group B and Group C still waiting to get underway. And an extra match for those sides drawn in Group A with the extra team. Can South Africa take advantage of having got that opening match out of the way? Coach Madaka was a little unsure, although maybe explains the 4 changes. One, of course, enforced with Aseko Tewani suffering a very serious looking injury. The other changes he'll hope will bring a bit of energy, surely, for these young men. Far too early to think of fatigue. Strong challenge. Ashrafu Kebeku. And now having to track back. Ija Lida. Stepping across Ibrahim Nindi, making sure there was no threat. Well, stepping into the starting lineup, Mogamat Abrahams left Cape Town Spurs last season to move to Stellenbosch. One of 3 of theirs in the Amajita starting 11. It's been a really good time for South African football. 2 sides, CAF Champions League semi-finals, along with Stellenbosch's run in the Confederations Cup. And the Bafana certainly been stepping up, already qualifying for the Senior Africa Cup of Nations, as well as in a good position to fight for a return to the World Cup. And of course, this tournament is also at the same time as crowning Under-20 African champions. Will also act as qualification for the Under-20 FIFA World Cup. Cutting back inside, Shaquille April. Just a slip at the wrong moment for Lee Asheni. Lovely weight of ball from Cyprien Kashweri, but initially Tanzania couldn't hold on to it, but now they found a nice pocket of space. 2 options in the middle. Drives it across, cut out. Good positioning from Siviwe Nekwali, having to adjust. We started match day 1 at right back. He's now the left-sided centre back alongside Tylon Smith. Fiso Timba links with April, but that's a fine challenge from Kashweri. Tanzania want a free kick. The referee lets the play rage on. April seeing a lot of the ball early. The Cape Town City man couldn't find his intended target. Tanzania full of beans, fairly flying into challenges. Bit of a difficult one there though for Anthony Malingo. Did so well to keep that in. Big switch on Ahmed Pepino, but flight of it just maybe misread by Bakari Msimu. A bit of calm called from Valentino Mashaka. Tell that to the travelling Ngorongoro boys. Ball breaks eventually for Ahmed Pepino. That's a wasteful one and straight to Fletcher Lowe, the 18-year-old goalkeeper on the books at Estoril. He's the only one in either starting squad who ply their trade outside of their national country, along with Cyprian Kashwele on the Tanzanian side. Timber. April shepherded out of play. But now it's gifted up. It's a lovely ball driven across by Asheni. The shot is on target for Langarile File. Stellenbosch attacker making it relatively comfortable for Ismail Impani. And certainly no panic. Came through. Could have been unsighted. A comfortable save. An opportunity. Cutting back in. Kashwele catching the player who made the brave challenge. Zola Maku helping out Timber. Both coaches know very important stage for these players representing their country, but it's also great exposure. Although what's been so encouraging is seeing the increased exposure of South African and Tanzanian to a degree on continental competitions, with a lot of players still playing in their homeland, particularly when you look through the South African side that are looking to qualify for a first World Cup since 2010. The vast majority ply their trade in their domestic. Look over the shoulder from Maku. Fired forward by Abrams, can't control. Smart header down from Tylon Smith. South Africa's number 9, Asheni, trying to link with Abrams. Long ball. Couldn't make it stick. Valentino Mashaka. 4 goals in qualifying. That included group stage hat-trick on Tanzania's way to the Sekafa qualifying title. He did an extra time winning goal against Uganda to head through to this under-20 AFCON and then beat Kenya in the final. So they certainly come with a fair amount of belief, now testing themselves against the best youngsters on the continent. Well, the referee had to think about it. Now he has blown for a South African free kick. It's once again Kashweli and Maku that clash. The midfielder not happy. And it's not a very nice contact there. You can see the players reacting. Whether far going to feel they need to alert the referee doesn't seem likely. Just a few niggles in this opening 10 minutes to lie any wonders about the level of competitiveness. Well, clipped back in field by April. Gets it again. Timber now with Nkwali. Goalless in this opening exchange. Can South Africa change this? Delivery not fully dealt with by Lawi. Chance to switch it. It's a lovely clip ball to Timber, but then he slips. Does well to at least win a throw off Malingo. Not sure it's a cuddle that April is looking for. Timber lifts it high. Keeper thought about coming. Nodded away by Kibeku. Nice touch and turn. An early ball into Papino. Neat construction from Tanzania. Back with Ibrahim Nindi. Falls kindly for Lawi, decides to head forward. Tanzania playing with the ball up in the air. Now looking for pace in behind, but Tylon Smith wise to the threat. Malingo. Now there's space to have a look up. Lifted in by Kashweli. First real chance for Tanzania. Well-timed block, but it's a very promising start from the Ngorongoro boys. Plenty of encouragement for Tanzania early on. The run was coming forward from Kibeku. It was going to be a tough one. South Africa certainly know they're in a game, and it's certainly a different pattern to what they faced against Egypt. They're happy to soak up pressure, and particularly when they got their breakthrough goal. Mohamed Abdallah just past the hour mark, earning the young Pharaohs victory. Now a chance for Tanzania in behind. It's a difficult angle. Valentino Mashaka was screaming for it in the 6-yard box. That has ended up with a throw of the boot of Cyprien Kashwele. They've got some early joy from these very direct but focused balls over the top. Kashwele should have done better. Tanzania on 5 in a row, en route to successful CECAFA Under-20 Championship glory and qualification for this tournament. South Africa won 5 on the trot before defeat to Egypt. However, the last time they lost their opening match was 1997, when they went all the way to their solitary Under-20 AFCON final, although ultimately losing out to the hosts Morocco. Touch from Abrahams, bit of space to work in. Tanzania doing well to close down the options. It sees them go all the way back to Tylan Smith. For South Africa, they've had a certain amount of frustration when it comes to the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. They last qualified in 2019 when they finished 3rd in Niger. Didn't qualify for Mauritania, nor the edition 2 years ago that was also held in Egypt. Not for the first time, South Africa will player down. This time it isn't Maku. Shaquille April, who's showing his frustration. Kashwele certainly isn't making any friends. The 20-year-old has already played a couple of minutes in MLS for Vancouver Whitecaps. Goal in 4 appearances in the MLS Next Pro. Canadians hoping to see him break through into the first team more often. Certainly looks like he could have a big impact on this Under-20 AFCON. Strong challenge, certainly one who's not afraid to get involved. Fired across to Timber. Elias Lawi reading the ball well. Tanzania certainly look more comfortable. Clearer idea of how to play against South Africa. Amajita yet to really cause a real threat to the back line. Just one comfortable save for Ishmael Mpank. April's done well there to try and steal it away. Now he was a little bit slow to react. Good protection of the ball from Anthony Milingo. Nodded down to get Tanzania on the front foot. Couple of step overs, but see many options, and then speculative effort from Ija Lida. Well, that's given away cheaply to Kashweli. Breaks back to the big 20-year-old. Hovering at the back post against Timba. There's 3 blue shirts to aim at. Decided to go it alone. No joy for Bakari and Simmu. Maui just knocks it field to Labino, who's dropped in between the back two. Really entertaining fair as these two teams trade blows. Now looking to swing it across. Well read by Fletcher Lowe. Tanzania very much up for this. South Africa look with a little bit of trepidation. Much better. Good movement from Abrams. It's with April. Got to move it quicker, be more direct. Improvement from South Africa. Took too long to get the shot away in the armband, Kakana. April clips it down the line, but it drifts out. Go with those impressing Mohamed Suleiman's side. No frustration for Ndaka on the South African bench. The score remains goalless. Tylon Smith. Rhythm and noise in the stands. Sunshine starting to dip. This early evening kickoff has yet to really catch flames. Nice ball fed to the feet of Ahmed Pepino. Nice idea to try and release Casueli early. Nothing. That wasn't well read. Now Tanzania with some space to work in. Drilled across. Maybe a shotgun cross. Shaka pulled down onto the far post. Bakari. Sumu sees a block behind for a corner kick. So first corner kick of the match, and Tanzania forge ahead and make some under-20 AFCON history for themselves. The answer for now is emphatically no. Frustration so far, South Africa haven't got going. It still remains goalless. The Suez Canal Stadium. It's Tanzania, though, who have looked the most likely. Could they change the complexion of the match? Trying to get a strike away, Asheni. Maybe there were better options. Maybe. Now, I could say maybe they could make a better one there very quickly. That wasn't the case. Pank plays it out. You can see a great little pass, and it's opened the door. Almost out of nothing, South Africa lead. Shaquille April stepping into the starting 11 and slotting home past Ismail Mpank. Well, after the pain of being the dominant team without a goal or result against Egypt, they've been just a shade second best here. But Mpank's long ball out was short. April headed but got on his bike, and he was on the end of a brilliant pass from Abrahams. These two getting their first starts and very much making a claim to hold on to the starting jerseys. And it's the Amajita who lead on their match day 2 of the under-20 AFCON. Well, Tanzania getting a small dose of what South Africa felt against the hosts Egypt, coming early as the end of April is afoot. April isn't finished here at Egypt 2025. A free kick. Easy decision for the referee. And South Africa Want to make most of getting the lead just shy of the half-hour mark. Applause from the captain, Kekana. Timber almost caught out, but made sure he'd won the ball back. Kwali. Tanzania want to hit back the way they did in 2019 against the Gambia. The only goal they've ever scored at this competition. One goal they conceded 8 times. But 4 years on, it's a new generation. I want to make sure they set the Ngorongoro boys for a better future. Ball across, but it's well cut out. Ball swung in. That's a really good take from Mpank. The referee's whistle sounding. And for all their strong work, Tanzania starting to feel aggrieved. Timber under pressure there, but referee coming to his aid. Kekana, Abrams isn't giving up on it, but it's really good play to win it. Try and drive out. Wanted the ball back. Shikan Kamis. That's another corner. This time Tanzania back. The set piece.
Come on.
The call for a bit of care. Ball swung in deep, too deep. Cry of no foul, no cross. And South Africa feeling much better about themselves, that's for sure. Chance to clear away. Tanzania just looking to get a bit of focus back. Long way to go though. Just over 10 minutes before the halftime break. So South Africa, along with the rest, will have the Under-20 World Cup as the first objective. They themselves 4 times have gone to the world stage. Their best round of 16, the one time they managed to make the knockout phase. Here they come again. Couple of dummies looking for the best option. Found Mazola Maku, the Super Sports midfielder, with a forgettable finish. Header away. Ball breaks for those in blue. Lawi on to Maligo. Tanzania playing with a back 4 out in possession. Oh, that's a poor challenge off his feet. And that'll bring a yellow card for the challenge on April for Tanzania's captain, Elias Lawi. Very poor challenge. There's been a couple from Tanzania out of control here, doesn't even play the ball. I think it's a bit fortunate that Shaquille April got off his feet. Could have been worse. This was the ball out from Mbank. Brought about the opening goal. April with the header, but kept his run going, and that's a peach of a pass from Abrams. And a cool finish to fire Amajita into the lead. So a chance for South Africa to inflict further pain on the scoreboard. A few options, a bit far out, one would think. Well, the players can always very quickly prove you wrong. So standing over this, Neo Rapu, he does strike it, does hit the target, but it's a very tame effort. And Bank wants to get it forward quickly, get the best distance on it. Falls to Kibeku. Now a bit of space and time for Bakari and Simu. Had a square pass to play, but decided to go for the byline. He thought he got away from his man. The free kick goes against him. was Rapo, whose effort was saved from the free kick. Making tracks to get back, and Bakari Msumu has picked up a booking for the loose hand out. That's a couple of bookings for Tanzania in a very short space of time. One for the winger, one for the captain. Touch and turn. Took a bit of a chance. Kamis gets the decision. So, Ligo launches long. Breaks for Abrams, but just can't feed it to Philly. Tanzania looking for a route to goal. South Africa doing a better job of keeping them at bay. Balls to Pepino. He wants to get on with things quickly. Leader. Maligo. Drawing wide is Mashaka. Clearly wants to get involved in the play, switching positions with Kashwele. Frustrated to be up top on his own. Maybe the switch can bring a little bit more joy as Kashwele, after a strong start, has drifted out of the game. Trying to use his height and physicality from the delivery. Doesn't work out that way. Poor cross into the box. A point to the ball. Nearly overturns decisions, but in sportsmanship between Shekan Kamis. Fallen Maku, better relationship there than we've seen the midfielder with Kashwele. Great touch and turn. It's always going to be a really tough skill to execute. Cyprian Kashwele showing he's got plenty of confidence, that's for sure. All forward from Ibrahim Nindi. No finishing to trouble Fletcher Lowe. He now spreads it to Nkawala Wally. Tylon Smith trying to be delicate with the pass, but it's been intercepted. Bakari leaves it off. It's cleared away. Lovely touch and turn from Shekan Kamis. Trying to make his name at Young Africans. One of the two giants of Tanzanian football, along with Simba. Break of the ball, and then shows too much of it. South Africa wanting a free kick, but nothing for Philly. Tanzania encouraged to come again. Jalida thought about a shot, tries to slalom through. Poor challenge there, that could be another caution. And it's a third one. This time, right back, Ashrafu Kebeku. The lunge, bringing about the yellow card. 2-foot nature not helping his cause either. Unfortunately, Kebeku following his captain's lead. The lace is coming undone. We see a little bit more time added on as we enter stoppage time at the end of the first half. And it's Shaquille April's goal has made the difference as Ashrafu Kebeku's card is confirmed. Now the hand out, fingers out from Lazola Maku. A few minutes remaining. Two minutes it is. Maku. Closing in on a 1-0 half-time break. Really nice ball forward. Was a great touch from Asheni. Now a chance to stretch the legs. Kashweli drives it across, and a gilt-edged chance comes and goes in stoppage time. Shekan Kamis, who got the winner against Kenya to lift the Sekafa title, making a lung-bursting run to catch up with Kashweli, who beat Nekwali, ends up here. Great pick out, but he didn't get over it, and so the header planted over the net to Fletcher Lowe. Well, the cry of offside heard, and that may be just about that. And there it is, the signal for the end of an entertaining first half. Tanzania started in a great fashion, but this man, in the end, is the one to define the first 45 minutes. Shaquille April, his first start of this under-20 AFCON from Egypt, with the goal just shy of the half-hour mark after linking with Abrahams from a poor kick-out from Ishmael Mpank. And that means the Amajita lead the Ngorongoro boys by a 1-0 at the break. Fletcher Lowe, precious little to do, despite some early Tanzanian pressure. So Tanzania want to change that in the second half. And the Suez Canal Stadium, it's Ndaka's young Amajitas who lead by a solitary goal as they look to recover from their opening day defeat to host Egypt. So South Africa around the same possession nearly they had against Egypt. It's their 3 shots on goal that tells a tale. Tanzania had pressure, but nothing on the goal of Fletcher Lowe. In the end, they're going to have to be careful as well, disciplinary-wise. And Ngorongoro boys with 3 yellow cards for Bakari, Kibeku, and the captain, Elias Lawi.
On dit pas de sens du service. Utilisez tout un métier pour savoir. C'est offert pour vous être utile au quotidien. Et vous fournir de l'énergie sous toutes ses formes. Tout le temps. Sur tous les continents.
Un nouveau jour s'est levé, un continent s'est révélé, pour nous, pour eux, pour lui, pour elle. L'heure est venue de dévoiler une nouvelle vie.
Well, it was match day 2 for South Africa, although given the 5-team nature of Group A, it was the first outing for Tanzania. And the Ngorongoro boys, their first under-20 AFCON since 2021, were put under examination early doors, although Lang Galile File of Stellenbosch couldn't do better with his effort. And Tanzania really started to turn up the pressure on the Amajita. Ball driven in, that found its way to Bakari Masimu. His effort on goal blocked. Cyprien Kashwele, certainly a major danger. He came off the left flank, but maybe he should have been looking for Valentino Mashaka, because this one ended with a throw-in. Powerful as ever, but the Vancouver Whitecaps midfielder failing to do better. And unfortunately, a mistake by Ishmael Mpank, but there was still work to do. But brilliant link-up play by Shaquille April and Abrahams, both into the starting 11 for the first time, making a big claim to remain. Well, April might be almost over, but the young Shaquille very much only getting started. After the pain against Egypt, South Africa lead 1-0 at the break. Well, welcome back ahead of the second half. The players just about ready at the Suez Canal Authority Stadium. And it's South Africa who have the authority so far, but just the solitary goal. Will it be enough for victory, as it was for Egypt when the Amajita lost out? There's so far only been 2 goals at this under-20 AFCON. South Africa have conceded one, but scored the other. Shaquille April giving South Africa a 1-0 lead over Tanzania, who will want to rediscover their early half performance. Although despite some encouraging signs, lacking a shot on target. They have been neat and tidy. And it looks like it is going to be a permanent change for now. Simba's young forward Valentino Mashaka off the left flank, with Cyprian Kashwele, the lone striker. Philly back to Rapu. Now, the first time these sides have ever met at an under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. So not sides they're used to facing, of course. Continentally, there will be some experience. Timber doing well to hold off the advances of Anthony Malingo, who's certainly happy to charge on from the left back role. Certainly looking for better. Ahmed Sulman in terms of creating, threatening the goal of 18-year-old Fletcher Lowe. Tanzania quick to get on with things, but wouldn't stick for Kashwele under pressure from Wali. Well, very slack to be caught on the ball. There's a chance there for Philly to return it back to Asheni, who'd done the hard work in winning the ball. Number 9 doing so well here. He wanted the return ball. Nudge on Philly by Lidai, taking all the momentum out of the move. Nice little ball through 2 blue shirts. Tylon Smith thought about going long. Instead, Najita keep it short. Gwali. Philly makes a little angle for himself. The covering defender Ibrahim Nindi conceding the first corner of the second half. Rapu just getting information from Ndaka. Be careful. Tanzania certainly were. Easy near post clearance, and now there could be a break on. Well, onside and in on goal. Lowe does brilliantly to stop his progression. But another loose one. And now a strike on goal. But it's a tame one from Valentino Mashaka. Well, the keeper underemployed in the first half, coming to the fore. Great ball. Now, it might have been offside if he had got it in the net. VAR certainly would have checked it. Tanzania would have hoped to at least ask that question. Kibeku doing well to get his body across his man. Philly conceding the free kick. Kibeku does well to ride the challenge, but they can't slide it through. Maku. Fielder wants it back, but there was no angle. So Rapu all the way back to Lowe. Nice touch to open up for Tylen Smith. Clips it forward with no one waiting. Asheni, for one, had dropped deep. Looking up is Lawi. Gives it away cheaply. Strong play from Kashweli. He's tracking back. South Africa look to find a weak point. Helps when you've got players that can break past. Asheni, nice pick out for Philly. Terrific first touch. Drives it across, and they're, well, queuing up. Abrams couldn't keep his effort down. Stellenbosch man set up the opening goal. He was involved in the early creation. Lovely switch of play by Asheni. And then Philly just smashed it across. Awkward looking finish. Didn't find the target. So a corner at one end, early in the second half. Tanzania now to threaten. Simu lifts it in, it's headed on target. Lowe reacted a bit late, it looked like, but a brilliant tip over. Reacted to its looping nature, realizing he wasn't going to hold on to it. As Shekan Kamis to get Tanzania back level. This time it's a short corner. Stumbling through, Abrams rides the challenge, and a break on for the Amajita. Asheni was an option, but it's given away. It was April looking to get forward as well and in behind. Ibrahim Nindi. It's a wasteful gift of possession. Bowie onto the flank. And the ball played in, but South Africa tidy up. look over the shoulder from Asheni. It's another poor long ball. Seen it from both sides. Certainly know there's space to work in. That's better. Strengthening the layoff. Bakari Nesimu. Loss of possession as it just flies past Cyprien Kashweli. Shekan Kamis with that header on target. Tipped over by Fletcher Lowe. Got up well. The keeper well positioned. This was the chance that Lowe managed to get to the ball first. And it ran for the number 10 who sent it for Mashaka. Comfortable save, the teenager Lowe. Shaka really being spoken to for that challenge. Rapu cut out by Kebeku. Fullback takes again, but well closed down. Spread. No space to work in, but South Africa get back their shape. It's a loose ball that's picked up. Yamajita. Now find a pocket of space. That's a much better switch. Rangaire Filet, though, he's punished by the offside flag. Here's Philly, but that's well read. It's just a lack of cohesion and thought. Big challenge from Ahmed Bepino. Number 8's clashing. Kana got his pass away before his legs swept from under him. Shekan Kamis. Just under pressure there from Abrams. So nearly an hour gone. South Africa, a slender 1-goal lead. Neither side have really come out and been able to create anything of real note. Opportunities for Tanzania might have been ended due to an offside. It's a good tip over from Lowe from Kamis. Abrams failing to hit the target, but no surprise, changes being made. So on comes number 15, Karim Kiswanya. Off goes number 10, Kamis. And as well, more changes popping up. So Mashaka, one heading off, G up from Maligo. Ismail heads on. Also Maurice. So Said Noshad, Karim Kiswanya, Ismail Omar Ali, and Morris Joseph Sekone, all making their way on. Confirmation that they've replaced Malingo, Lida, Kamis and Mashaka. So 4 changes, certainly showing that Coach Suleiman is not willing to let defeat just creep up on them. South Africa look prepared to do likewise. Might not be quite as wholesale, we'll wait and see. Could there be an instant impact? There nearly was. Fired wide from the substitute. Noishad picking up from Misumu. Let fly. Fletcher Lowe sprung to his left. In the end, well off target. But a sign of intent for sure. Just a little bit behind Nindi. He collects and it's a slip from Philly behind him. Loose touch. Now Abrams. Spreads it to Philly. Gets it back. His Stellenbosch teammate. Good ball, but even better read. Then when it was played back towards Maurice, it never reached him. Kekana. So Kari and Simu switching to the right flank. Really good battle physically there. The cross flies behind. No indication there'd be any corner. So changes for South Africa now. Goes the captain, number 8, Kekana. Philly as well. Haku. As well as Vilakazi in your picture there. So South Africa look to reset with their substitutes, but Tanzania threatening, but the flag very blatantly comes up as Kashweli fires wide. Confirmation, Neto Haku on to replace Philly. Malangu in place of Asheni. Vilakazi on for Abrahams. Now a chance, Tanzania. They get a penalty. South Africa complain, but Tanzania celebrate. Bakari Msimu switching from right to left after the changes by the coach. And Ahmed Suleiman is now seen his man bundled over. They're all smiles. Will they be once the penalty kick itself is taken? A big moment. Timber says he won the ball. Smith was clapping the challenge. I wonder if this might be reviewed. And that is the case. Already a wag of the finger from Rapu. I think this is just going to be a corner kick. So called over to the monitor. Does Safiso Timba get the ball or the man? It really is hard to see the exact contact because Simu certainly does move the ball, but then the trajectory of it heads out. The ball was certainly going forward and it's ended up behind for a corner. I wonder if there's any better angles, or at least something else to look at, but he doesn't need anything more. I think South Africa are going to get a reprieve. The check complete. Timber playing the ball, not the man. And if you look at the reaction even of Bakari Msimu, clearly it wasn't a great call. But once they were given it, they were delighted. They're not even going to get the corner. And instead, South Africa survive the call and get the ball. Tanzania thought they were going to have the opportune occasion to try and level this up. Still got over 20 minutes to still do that. Chance to drive in. And it's a skimmer from the substitute. No real purchase from Ali. Came out to him. Certainly wasn't shy to take it on, Ismail Omar Ali. for South Africa through Shaquille April lead. That solitary goal after 28 minutes. They're nearly clocking up the 70 mark. Tanzania threatened without finding an equaliser. Rear touch from Malangu, trying to link up there. From Timber, skips behind him. Both players seem to cry out, but play rages on. Switch of play. It's got a good bit of space made, but then shows way too much of it. Tylon Smith taking no chances. Beku leaves it back, and it's launched by Nindi. Two South African players down. Tylon Smith, one of them. Bakari and Simu has to be a little bit careful. He was booked for an arm out in the first half. Lovely all touch and then pass. Malangu though, it's a bit fortunate. Kekana. Rapu. On to Maku. Lovely little back heel back to the midfielder. Here's Shaquille April. Like Bakari and Simu switched flanks. Since Philly was replaced by Leteraku. Wonderful ball sprayed out, but he's done so well in the end to keep it in. Leteraku. And a shot from distance. Certainly was a bit of a worry to Mbank, but wide from Vilakazi. It was well worked. The final effort failed to hit the target from the 19-year-old Kaiser Chief. So Shaquille April's goal going to be enough to decide this match. Tanzania still have time, but it's finite. Strike from distance. Bakari Msimu places it into the hands of Fletcher Lowe. Back in the area though. Can they get closer? South Africa with bodies back to defend this precious lead. They're looking for a big final push. Big switch though. The goal for South Africa, you sense, would clinch the 3 points. Shaquille April nowhere near to adding to his first half goal. Too much height, not enough drive. Well, he's desperate to see his side cling on. Said in the pre-match interview, for all their possession, they hit the woodwork 3 times against Egypt. So goals are what make the difference. So not being quite as good as they were in terms of play. They have what is most precious, something Tanzania are desperate to find. Bakari Simu looks Tanzania's best chance of getting themselves back on level terms. There might be another change of foot. It's just warming up on the sidelines. It's Abdu Omari Mendeke. 17 years of age. So look back at team effort from Bakari. Did well though to create the gap away from Timba. But Fletcher Lowe be pretty comfortable. So final notes being shared. South Africa, you'd love to have it job done early. Timba was on the move there, but a little bit too much on that from Letalaku. Tanzania defending diligently. Touch and pass. Malangu. But a keep ball wouldn't hurt for South Africa. That's why Neo Rapu so frustrated with himself, giving the ball away cheaply. As April is about to end, it's April that's the difference. 1-0 to South Africa. Tanzania have not given up hope yet. Twisting and turning, but not even a corner. So Ahmed Pepino heads off Abdu Omari Mandeke, 17-year-old making his under-20 AFCON debut along with a lot of his teammates. Long boots up the field. A couple of really good challenges won by Kawali, but now it's his defensive partner under pressure. Well, the only one left standing was Cyprien Kashwele. Tylon Smith and Fletcher Lowe needed to stop him. A little bit untidy. Fletcher launches long. South Africa again with nearly 60% of possession. And we created a host of chances. They may be on the move to create one here. Lovely football. Nice interchange and exchange. And then, oh, it was almost something spectacular to finish off. A little bit of juggling. But that allowed Elias Lowy to stop them in their tracks. Really good from Tylon Smith. Got touch tight and able to slide it out. Driven across. Smith again in the way. Ball swung in, but I see the wind blowing a gale. Certainly doesn't help, but Quebecu would hope to do better. He's played his part, Fletcher Lowe. Dealt with what he has had to. Accomplished. But the job not yet accomplished. Well, Quebecu, no wonder he was pleading. Not a lot in that, but he is on a booking. One of the three cautioned in the first half. All three still on the field, along with Captain Lowy and Bakari Mesimu. Well, in on goal, but whistle had already gone. Trying to take it on the run. Arapu taking a couple of bumps and knocks there. The play continues. Kekana, lovely little ball, lifted over, but it's away. And Malangu was always second favourite. It's amazing to think back to the opening goal. Poor kick out by Ishmael Impank. And the defence couldn't bail him out. An exchange between April and Abraham saw the former strike South Africa's first goal of this under-20 AFCON. The Tanzania look for a way back in, but the cross from the left from Kashwele Straight into the grateful hands of Fletcher Lowe. Oh, it's lovely from Bakari. Taken down. No wonder they wanted to stop. Danger at source. Pinning his man and laying it back. Cyprien Kashuele. Quebecu. Well, it wasn't a good cross. It could have turned into an intentional goal, but off target. Battle for the ball, bit of header football. So just over 4 minutes remaining. Bit of a stoppage. Do Tanzania have it in them to find a big moment? A bit of confusion. It's the net that is the issue. Don't want any ghost goals seen in the past. So some repairs having to be done. Not what they expect to be doing with the match at such a critical point. This was the penalty given and then overturned. The referee drawn to the VAR screen. And once Ben Yahia had seen it, overturned. Sifiso Timba having won the ball. So we're back underway. And there's going to be a fair bit of injury time for Tanzania. They want to do it in regulation time. Got to the byline, cuts it back once, twice, 3 times. Great save. Fletcher Lowe. But they think there was something untoward. I think claims for a handball. You can see there, they're insistent. That's never going to be a handball in that circumstance. Kashuele doing so well. His hand's behind him as it's deflected up onto him. The other question would be whether the ball then gone fully out of play. I think in the end, corner kick would be a fair reflection. So corner kick it is. Came to the back post, but just flicked away as Kashuele was waiting. Soon to find out how much time is going to be added on. Here's the Vancouver Whitecaps player, and he picked out Bakari and Simbu. And it's Fletcher Lowe who's having to work hard to keep South Africa in this lead. Lovely cutback. Now the chance to strike for goal. It's got all across. And then it's given away and South Africa can break. Well, a foul likely worth making after Ismail Ali was frustrated, then going in on Kekana to stop the break. Will be a yellow card for the substitute. Tanzania have certainly not given up the ghost as they wait to see how much stoppage time is going to be added on. Already played more than a minute. Clip to the back post. Oh, swing and the miss. Kashuele as it's fired in, but wide from Kebeku. Well, this was a ball from Kashuele. Near post header from Bakari Msimu. But fine reactions from Lowe. All launched away. Now the ball clipped on. Brilliant challenge was needed from Nikwali. Stop Kashuele again ahead of steam is 7 minutes. So just over 4 minutes left for Tanzania. Ball bobbling around, it's won well. South Africa looking for a breakaway moment. That's not clever from Lawi. But then a strong challenge wins it back, makes amends. Slice from Tyrone Smith. A fine touch. Up to cross. Tanzania running out of time. South Africa just have to be smart, but that's another loose ball. Launch back to Smith. Anywhere will do for the Amajita. And that will be music to Ndaka and South Africa's ears. The man whose goal separates the sides, winning a free kick to eat up some precious seconds. Tanzania have waited 4 years to be back at this stage. It's looking like being a frustrating return. They've shown enough to suggest they can be a threat. But can South Africa finish it? Oh, well, nice idea from Malangu. Unfortunately, there was no one behind him. A header away, a bit panic from Rapu. He had Kekana right in front of him. 4 blue shirts heading towards the box. Drilled in. It's a nice little layoff, but it's a hard one to finish. But now it might be, and it's just wide. Said Naushad off target, and Kashweli couldn't arrive soon enough. A late change, and it's the man who took over the armband from the injured Tiwani who's going to head off Kekana. It's going to be a short spell out for 20-year-old midfielder Patrick Otata. So he comes on, final few seconds, the Cape Town City midfielder. It's his clubmate Shaquille April who has given South Africa victory, unless there is one last throw of the dice from Tanzania. Just 15 seconds. There might be a little bit more than the 7 minutes, given it's the minimum they should play. Now they've got to throw, caution to the wind, and then a poor touch just sucks all the energy out for the Ngorongoro boys. Yet they win it back. Need bodies in the box. Can they fashion one big chance? Instead, it's given away. Maku. Space for South Africa to work in. Will they go to the corner? Or is Latalaku going to drive it across? Swing and a miss. May actually work for Tanzania if they have time, but they've run out of it. And South Africa bounce back after their opening day defeat to Egypt to win by the same scoreline they were defeated by. A roar from the Amajita. Shaquille April downing Tanzania on their return to the under-20 AFCON after a 4-year absence. They've still only ever scored once and picked up 1 point. But their performance suggests they can improve on that in the rest of this 5-team Group A. But it's this man who's stolen the headlines. Shaquille April, man of the match. South Africa, victors.